I think we'll win before getting to the convention. But I can tell you, if we didn't, and if we're 20 votes short, or if we're 100 short, and we're at 1,100 and somebody else is at 500 or 400, because we're way ahead of everybody, I don't think you can say that we don't get it automatically. I think you'd have riots.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is Alan Simpson, former U.S. Senator from the great state of Wyoming, former co-chair of the National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform, and former member of the U.S. Commission on Presidential Debates. Hello, sir.
How are you today? You're at it again, I can tell. You're stirring them up.
Yeah, stirring them up. Always love to have you on. Before we get to the Trump stuff and all that, they captured one of the most wanted men in the world in Belgium today from relating to the Paris attacks, Salah Abdeslam. He was wounded. They got him. Good stuff?
Oh, yeah. I knew that they were probing close to the core when they picked up a guy in Belgium the other day. Those guys had their headquarters in their little cell just blocks from the police station there in Brussels. And to get him and knock him off, I mean, there's only one way to deal with these people. Kill them. Now, that's not a wholesome statement from a human, but let me tell you, these guys aren't human. They're subhuman. They're animals. And now the other one, they have something in their religious thing that you're not supposed to play around with another woman unless they're not pregnant. So they're feeding them contraceptives and then raping them. I mean,
you're talking about ISIS? Yeah, that's for the sex slaves. That's what ISIS is doing.
But that's what they do, and then they behead people and they cut them up and they burn them alive. Kill the bastards.
Yeah. All right. Well, now if if this guy had been killed in this raid, they wouldn't be able to get, hopefully, intelligence out of him. And that leads me to another question. I don't, whether it's here, we're not going to get him, but should this guy at the very least have his head stuck underwater to make him talk if he won't talk? You have a problem with that?
Honestly, you can get into all the hypotheticals. When you catch a guy that's got blood all over his fingers and skin under his fingernails and then treat him with the Marcus of Queensberry rules, you got to be stupid.
Yeah, well, so if he were here in the United States, you favored the enhanced interrogation.
I didn't say that. I just say if you catch them with blood on their hands and skin under their fingernails, take them on. I mean, this is nuts. You can get into dancing on the head of a pin all day long. And then, of course, the headline is Simpson loves torture. Now, forget it.
All right. Well, you didn't say no, but you didn't say yes. So we'll have to let.
I did say enough.
All right. What about where the Republicans are right now with the presidential race? Do you think this is going to go to an open convention? Do you favor that the conservative establishment, if you will, are plotting and planning almost every day to make sure Trump doesn't get enough delegates?
Well, all I know is I've been in the party. I voted for Ike. My dad was a delegate to that convention, and that was Ike versus Taft. Nobody even knows who those. They know Ike. They don't know Taft. The Taft people thought Ike was a pinko, and the Ike people thought that Taft was a right-wing cuckoo, and those things are never healed. Clear back there. I mean, it's the right versus the left, the social guys versus the abortion versus the antis, the gay, lesbian. I mean, on and on it goes. This party is in total chaos. It couldn't get any worse. But now after this one, they might go back to what was known as the smoke-filled room and get back there and huddle and say, here's what we're going to do, which was appalling to the American people, but it worked. And now we have the caucus system, which the plural is caucus, the singular is cockeye. That stuff makes no sense, makes everybody look stupid.
So
anyway,
your answer is what? Do you think that if Trump doesn't make it all the way to 1, 2, 3, 7 delegates, but gets maybe 1, 2, 0, 0 or 1, 1, 0, 0, he shouldn't get it? They should go to a smoke-filled room?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know what he said, and he said there would be riots, and they wouldn't be caused by him. Let me tell you who's voting for Trump. People who are fed up. These people, you aren't going to get them away from Trump. They don't like Cruz. And you go to a convention and some purist comes forward with a compromised candidate, and they're going to say, pal, we didn't come this far through all these months while you're sitting plotting how to get rid of us, and you ain't getting rid of us. So hang on tight, and the party may get ripped to shreds. That's the way it works. I'm 84. I've never seen anything like it. There's like cannibals.
Senator Simpson, always a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you. Up next, the Malzberg panel.